Well, tonight, millions of people across the country will watch the start of the Major League Baseball World Series.
Yeah, 15 years before the World Series was invented, an Ohio player by the name of William Hoy would help change the game of baseball forever, not just because of his play on the field.
10 TV reporter Kevin Landers has his remarkable story and why a local Hoy historian is pushing Major League Baseball to put Hoy in the Hall of Fame.
This is a story about a Major League Baseball player from Ohio who played 14 seasons without ever hearing the sounds of the game.
The most remarkable player ever to appear in the major leagues was Mr. William Hoy.
Hoy went by the nickname Dummy, a name that was socially acceptable in the 1880s that referred to those who couldn't hear or speak.
And now he is by all odds the most remarkable player ever to have played, because at 99 he is the oldest living former Major League ball player of all time.
Despite his impairment, Hoy would help change the language of the game. For more than 3 decades, Steve Sandy of Hilliard, who is deaf, has acquired one of the largest assortments of memorabilia associated with Hoy's baseball career.
I'm still working on it now for 32 years, so the collection is vast.
His basement is full of rare baseball cards, photos, and personal effects given to him by the Hoy family, including this.
I try not to take it out too often.
Protected by a black garbage bag and preserved in this box, this is believed to be the only complete uniform of William Hoy. It dates back to 1901. If you look closely, you can see the dirt on his pants where he slid.
I told the National Baseball Hall of Fame that I do have the shirt as well as the pants, and they did not believe me.
Hoy wasn't born deaf. He, like many children of his time, contracted meningitis and lost his hearing at age 3. Hoy grew up in the town of Houghtown, not far from the city of Findlay. His parents sent him here to the Ohio School for the Deaf, which was once located on Town Street before it moved to Clintonville. Hoy graduated a valedictorian, but because he stood just 5 feet 5 inches tall, he was considered too small to play baseball. So how does a small deaf boy grow to become one of professional baseball's greatest players? He could run.
My God, as a rookie, he led the major leagues in steals.
David Hoy is a distant cousin and one of the last living relatives. His father saw Hoy play.
They say the ball went up in the air, man, and he was like a cat after a mouse when that ball went in the air. He was on it.
Hoy's statistics were so good, he was inducted into the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame in 2003. He ranks 4th on that club's all-time list for career on-base percentage, 17th all-time in stolen bases, 30th in franchise history with a .293 career batting average. He led the National League in steals with 82.
He gave so much to baseball and to the community both.
Hoy's accomplishments on the field went beyond his stats. Since Hoy couldn't hear an umpire's call, he needed his coaches and his teammates to help.
They threw a pitch, and Dummy didn't know if it was a strike or ball because he couldn't hear what the umpire said.
So he taught his teammates sign language.
You can't learn sign language without being, around a deaf person.
While Hoy isn't credited with creating the baseball hand signals you see today, it's believed Hoy helped make them popular.
With the large stadiums, you can't hear the scream of the balls and the strikes, but you can see the signs. And so he introduced it.
Which is another reason why those closest to him believe Hoy belongs in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
It would be nice to see him in the National Hall of Fame, just to be able to honor people with disabilities playing Major League Baseball.
For the deaf, his induction is about breaking barriers.
One, there's no deaf person in the Hall of Fame, so we need to open the door for others.
Hoy retired 118 years ago. People like Steve Sandy fear Hoy's contributions are lost in the darkness of time, like the uniform that sits in his basement.
I want Hoy to be inducted, and that I will have peace with myself
That's why Hoy's induction means so much, he says, so that others will learn about the greatest deaf player to ever play the game. Kevin Landers, 10 TV News.
All right, well, we have these props here. We can take a look at that. The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum's Early Baseball Era Committee will each meet for the first time this winter to consider long retired players for election to the Hall of Fame. Hoy has never made the cut, which is so hard to believe. My goodness.
Yeah, but Hoy's life became the subject of movies, as you can see right over here, and plays and a children's book. The Reds also created a bobblehead for his induction into their Hall of Fame. You can learn much more about his life right now on our website, 10tv.com. And I will say, what a great tribute by Kevin Landers and photojournalist Scott Dolan.
Yeah, they did a great job. Is there any way we can help,
I know.
put this guy in the Hall of Fame?
Tell a story. I think that's the whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep that story alive.